So this is a short video to introduce new players to the Guild Expedition. So when you get into level 1, you'll see there are various stones in an Aztec forest, and each of these encounters is a challenge. You either fight the units that present themselves or you negotiate. So you can battle or you can negotiate. Now, I always negotiate the first 2 stones because it's impossible to lose. All you have to do is choose coins or supplies. So if we put all coins into the selection, we have a 50-50 chance in each box of getting it right. And you'll see here that we got 2 of them right and 3 of them wrong. So these absolutely must be supplies. So you can see that we've used 10 supplies in each place, and I think it was 10 coins in each. So we now pay that, and we've won that. We've negotiated that correctly. It rewards us expedition points for the guild, and we win back 120 supplies. So you can see that we've won back more than we've actually spent in negotiating that stone. The next stone, again, we can negotiate in exactly the same way. You can mix it up if you like. Each one of these, you've got a 50-50 chance of getting it right. I'm just putting away the faux helper, which I've got as an extension on my I've got that as an extension on my browser. So you can see that some of these are wrong, but they obviously, because there's only a choice of 2, they must be the alternative. So the second stone is complete, and the reward, in addition to the expedition points, one of these things in the treasure chest, and this time it's 350 coins, which is well more than we spent. The third stone is also pretty easy to negotiate. This time we've got 3 to choose from. So if you put if we put all coins to begin with and see if any of those are right. So we know 2 are right. If we now put all supplies, we can see if those are right. And then these must be marble. It's always a good idea before you start negotiating to make sure you've got a full set of goods in your current age and in the age before. I'm in this particular world, I'm in the Iron Age, so it's using Bronze Age goods as well as Iron Age goods for negotiating. So there you have it. It is impossible, if you do the right thing, to fail to negotiate the first 3 stones, and therefore you'll get the reward. In this case it's a Legionnaire, which will be an unattached Legionnaire. We now come to a big stone. Now, big stones are harder to negotiate, and you'll see when we look at this there's a choice of 4. So I would say, you know, it's not guaranteed that you can succeed in negotiating 4, but it's not difficult to negotiate with 4. So if you put one of each in there, and whatever you've got most of, let's say coins, put that one in the spare slot and see what you get. And you see that all right, but in the wrong place. So let's put coins in the middle, since they were definitely not at the edge. And let's see where the others might be. Right, so we've got 2 right, 2 completely wrong. So there's no more coins. Now if we look at this first column, coins or supplies, and now it can be either dye or wine. We've got to choose one of them because dye is there somewhere, and wine is there somewhere. Wine is not in this column, so wine could be here, and supplies can be here. So this could be dye or wine, this could be wine or supplies, and this could be supplies or dye. So this is a bit of a gamble, and we didn't get it right. So at this point we can either spend 10 diamonds for an extra turn, which I don't recommend, or we give up and try again. But I'm actually going to fight this one, because fighting in the first level of Guild Expedition is pretty easy. If you're in the Iron Age, you've got Iron Age weapons, but you're facing Bronze Age opposition. So even though this is a two-part army with some Iron Age weaponry, you can do pretty well. Now these rogues will take the first shot from the slingers without any damage. They will transform into one of the other units at that point. So if you've got 3 slingers or 3 artillery against you, it's often a good idea to have 2 or 3 rogues. Let's see how we do. Now we can do this auto battle, or we can actually do it manually. So I'll do this manually so you can see what we do. So we're being attacked by some mounted warriors here, horsemen. I'm going to put my my soldiers into forest, because they have extra defense in the forest. So if they're attacked there, they're pretty strong. You can see that shot from the slinger didn't do a lot of damage, because he's in the forest. If he was on the plains, it would have taken a lot of damage. I can now use my trebuchet, or whatever it is, not trebuchet, my ballistas, to take out some of these ranged units. There we go. So I've taken out 2 of those, and I'm now going to position the rogues in a defensive position in front of the ballistas, because these horsemen will now come and attack them. In Guild Expedition, the artificial intelligence pretty much always goes for the rogues. So again, it just protects your own units. You can see how much damage the horseman can do to a ballista. It can only take 2 attacks. Okay, so I'm now going to deal with some of these horsemen. I can do 2 attacks to get rid of one of them. The slinger has now destroyed one of my ballistas. I'm going to put my ballista next to the hills, because next turn I can put it on a hill and increase its attack capability. There we are. That one's now on a hill, so it will do more damage. Okay, so the first battle has been won with the loss of 1 rogue, and we now move on to the second battle, which is 3 spear fighters. So again, if I place my soldiers into the forest, they'll be very strong there, and we'll probably get these spearmen wiped out before they get close enough. Quite strong compared with the... I haven't got a very big attack bonus in this these ballistas. If we look down here, we can see that I've actually got 79% attack bonus and 83% defense bonus. So that's mainly because in this particular world I've got I've built up my Zeus, so most of my bonus is coming from Zeus. Okay, so that battle has been won. So the big stones either have a hard negotiation or a difficult battle, and the rewards are in this case the Temple of Relics blueprint. So I hope you can see that it's not dreadfully difficult to do a guild expedition, especially if you've managed to build up some attack bonus to give your units a better chance of success. I'll actually show you the city here and you'll see where my attack bonus is coming from. So Zeus level 8 gives me 24%. Archon again level 9 gives me 27%. I haven't got the Castle del Monte, which would be helpful. I've got a few rogue hideouts. It's nice to have some rogues. And then you can get sort of attack and defense bonus from various other buildings. I'm just trying to see what we've got that's might be giving me any extra. There we are. There's a 10% attack bonus from the Wildflower Meadow, a 5% attack bonus from the Snapdragon Bloom, a 3% bonus attack and defense. Well, 3% defense bonus from the Marigold Patch. I haven't got the final piece of the set here, so that limits the bonus I could get from the Marigold Patch. And 7% defensive bonus from the Daylily Flower Bed. So you can see that these all add up. And then the other bonus is a Sentinel Outpost level 2 gives me 4% defense. That's defending army, not attacking army. Just trying to see if there's anything else that gives me. Oh, there we are. Stage of Ages, 7% attack for the attacking army. So with these extra sort of buildings, and there's a 2% attack from the Royal Marble Gateway, you also get a certain amount from your castle, depending on where you are in the castle system. I'm level 5, and you get different bonuses depending on which level you are in the castle. I'm not sure if I've reached attack bonuses yet from the castle, but as you progress through the castle you will get attack and defense bonuses from the castle as well. So I hope that helps you understand how to make the most of the guild expedition, which is accessed by clicking on the boat, and you get so many attempts, and when the attempts run out it takes about an hour for a new attempt to come along. You can buy extra attempts if you want to, but that will cost you medals. One last thing to say is don't forget that in the tavern you can buy an extra turn. So if the negotiating gets more difficult, then you can save yourself a lot of goods by buying the extra turn in the tavern, and then you've got 4 turns in which to solve the negotiation. And nearly always at level 1 of GE that will be successful with 4 opportunities.